Hey, thanks for tuning in today. So if you are listening in real time today, I am completely off grid at the Red Carpet Campout. It's going to be -4 degrees in the morning, so I can't wait to tell you about how that experience went. But I thought I'd share something that I wrote last week on my weekly publication, WorkFame. So if you're not on that list, I highly recommend you do. I try to put my best effort forward when I write, and I find writing really helps to clarify my ideas. So this week's article was called How to Get a Meeting with Anyone, the 3 tactics I use to get responses from even the busiest people. Let's go. I was sitting at my cubicle on a regular Wednesday back in 2018 when I was working in corporate. There was nothing spectacular about the day. I had back-to-back meetings and a packed inbox when Carolyn, our department's brilliant EA, popped her head over. "Leanne, are you busy at 12? I glanced at my calendar. Technically, no. But honestly, I just wanted some breathing space. So I replied with my usual cautious buffer. I imagine you all do the same thing. I said, "It depends. Why?" She smiled. "Our exec can't make it to lunch with Cameron Smith. Want to go instead?" Cue the record scratch. Wait, the Cameron Smith? The Cameron Smith who's played over 430 NRL games, won 3 premierships, captained both Queensland and Australia, and has a statue in his honour. For those playing overseas, he's basically the Aussie Tom Brady minus the cosmetic surgery. Yeah, I cleared my calendar real quick. Funny, right? 5 seconds earlier, I was too busy for lunch. One name drop later, I was sprinting out the door, phone in hand, summoning an Uber. Be someone worth clearing the calendar for. Now, I can already hear you saying, "But Leanne, we can't all be Cameron Smith." Of course not. He's the GOAT. The good news is you don't need to be. I'm not claiming to be the world's expert on this, but lately a lot of clients have been asking how to get more time with busy people. And after years of trying to get responses from very busy humans, I've noticed a few things that consistently work. That Cameron Smith moment changed how I feel about attention. We all have full calendars, but we make time for what feels worth it. And that starts with you believing you're worth it too. And this is what WorkFame is really about, becoming the kind of person people make time for. Not because you're loud or pushy or famous, but because you show up in a way that feels valuable and energizing. As Jim Rohn said, when you knock on the door and an opportunity opens, you must stand there as a very attractive person, or you may not be invited in. Why I'm too busy is a scam. Let's talk about Wordle. When it exploded in early 2022, it exposed the entire lie of being busy. The same people who couldn't find 15 minutes for your quick chat were posting their daily results at 8 a.m. That's when I understood. No time is just code for not compelling enough. So, how do you become compelling? How do you become someone worth catching up with? Let's start by remembering this. Most people have a lot going on. Expect the default answer to be a no or no reply at all. And it's not personal. Now let's figure out how to tip the odds in your favor. Firstly, nobody wants a vague invite to grab coffee or have a quick chat. Your message is being filtered through an invisible checklist. Is this important or does it help my main goals? Do I know and trust this person? Will this help me or just add to my workload? Does this actually sound interesting? If your message doesn't answer yes to at least one of these, it gets ignored. Also, if you want to ramp up your chances, think about what's in it for them. It could be an interesting idea that changes how they think, a solution that saves them time or effort, a surprising concept they'll keep thinking about, to feel smarter, more energized, or yes, maybe even entertained after talking to you. Here are 3 tactics to make people want to say yes. I think we all know we can't ultimately make someone say yes, but I do believe you can increase the chances by doing the following 3 things. 1, get ridiculously specific. So I get a lot of cold messages. I do appreciate it, but I also get warm ones from people who discover my podcast or book and they want to reach out for a chat. I can't accommodate all these requests. I really can't, but I usually redirect them to a podcast episode or an article that might help them. But I got a LinkedIn message last year and this message stood out, so I said yes. And she wrote, "Hello Leanne, I landed on one of your videos about how you organize your facilitation material for your workshops. I loved your idea of doing a video ask before workshops to find out which activities might be best suited for the group. I recently ran a workshop and I really wish I'd done that. This led me to watch a few of your other videos. Being an F1 fan myself, I like how you compared it to efficiency and moving from point A to point B quickly. Personally, I am Team Daniel. I'm considering a career change in workshop facilitation. I find it admirable and really cool that you made a successful career out of it. It must be really rewarding to be able to help so many organizations to be more effective and collaborative. I'd love to learn more about your own career path, and I appreciate that you might be very busy, but I was hoping you'd be free for a 15-minute Zoom call in the next couple of weeks. Here's why this outreach worked so well on me. She watched my content, she referenced specific ideas and added her point of view. She made it personal, ego driver, and she respected my time. But Leanne, you say, I don't have time to research everyone. 5 minutes, honestly, is better. I would say is 500% better than 0 minutes. You can glance at their last social or LinkedIn posts, peek at their company news, look for shared connections, or find something specific to appreciate. By the way, this is also a good approach if you're an MC introducing someone to a panel or stage. A pro move is to offer a 20/20 call. This is mutually beneficial 40-minute catch-up where you suggest, I'll ask you about X for 20 minutes and in return, I'll share how I solve for Y, or you can ask me anything about ... And probably the most pro move, just host a podcast. You're more likely to get a yes. Number 2 is don't be beige in their inbox. Polite intros are forgettable. Bold openings get attention. Instead of, I hope this email finds you well, send this. Hey, I've got a crazy idea. It takes 2 minutes to explain. It's either brilliant or completely ridiculous. Do you want to hear it? Use bold metaphors, weird analogies, even relevant memes. Anything that disrupts the monotony of boring business speak they're programmed to ignore. Anything fresh. Number 3, make saying yes stupidly easy. If you want a yes, remove all the friction by doing things like offering 3 specific time options instead of when works for you, pre-drafting the calendar invite, giving time zones and offering to meet in their time zone, suggesting a more fun format, for example, a walk and talk, writing the forwardable oh my gosh, introduction email if you want a referral or connection, providing an easy exit. Totally understand if this isn't the right time. Pro move. Want to make it even more frictionless? Don't even ask for time. I've been trying to connect with a maintenance manager for weeks. My emails got crickets and there was actually 0 time in his calendar. Then I sent a 20-second voice note. He responded within an hour. By the time we met in person, we were basically besties. The final check before you hit send. Before you send your next message, ask yourself some questions. Would I actually be genuinely curious about this if I received it? Have I shown I know something about this person? Am I offering value, not just requesting it? Is there a specific reason they should respond now? Good luck. And by the way, Cameron Smith, if you're listening to this, thank you for the photo and sorry for being weird at lunch. Thanks so much for listening and I'll speak to you tomorrow.